So Alberto, your pick is Tenpai, but can you not cheer for Tearlaments when you see it on the screen? Is it possible to not have it, you know?
you named it, oh. I mean,
Oh.
and it is with the shifter, which actually is very impactful against Eduardo's deck. And,
Yeah. I think that's every Tearlaments player's least favorite card.
yeah, for sure, and especially because like here, I really wonder if Eduardo actually.
Yeah, because at the same time, Tom, you wanted to look for a Crystal Beast player. Turns out your desire, unfortunately, made Eduardo draw the very one copy that you don't want to see. Yeah, that's a shame, but.
Especially because like now that the shifter has been activated, and I mean you have to do something, right? Because otherwise you're too exposed. And I mean there's a super poly which maybe can help Eduardo out a bit.
But I think this could be a quick one because there is a lightning storm coming down from Nicolò. Wow, what a start! Getting rid of that super polymerization, and I guess having a hint as well at what the deck could be, because not many decks are remaining in the card at the moment.
Still has to fight his way through that Emerald Tortoise.
Yes.
Got 2,000 defense, I believe. It's pretty big.
Here it is.
And even though the shifter does stop other decks, it can be a little annoying for Tenpai itself. It does cap the amount of damage you can do. I mean, I'm sure 8,000 through just a 2,000 defense monster is probably doable, but it's a little harder than usual.
Yep.
Nicolò just checking it doesn't have any
Secret
effects.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has a lot of text, but yeah, I don't think it does an awful lot unless you've got some monsters in your spell and trap card zone.
And you can see Nicolò actually, debating, thinking how to get across this damage. How can we play around this Emerald Tortoise?
It's too big.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got no other cards on the field as well, which makes it a bit harder to go into Trident Dragon for extra damage. So maybe he's got to think about it. It is a weird thing to see sometimes. You see Tenpai players set cards before the battle phase, and you think, what are you doing? Then you remember that they need cards on the field to pop, get extra attacks, and do extra damage. But with no cards on the field...
They're just playing Duel Links. There is no main phase 2 if you're playing Tenpai. You either lose or your opponent does. And that's it. But yeah, it does make life a little awkward, as you've mentioned, because obviously the Bident cannot come back. The Phaedra also is, a little weaker than usual. So you still need to find a way to pilot Tenpai under Shifter. Although obviously it's hurting a lot more your opponent. So there is that.
Yeah, this Tortoise is really putting in some work. It's saved 3,200 life points already.
I mean, he's thinking about it, especially because like here, I think it's generating more problem than it should. The title, but
that's how to beat Tenpai. Just play some 7,000 defense monsters, and there you go.
Oh, but here we have a nice little interaction where he's used that anyway. Okay, it's quite a fun thing to do. You can add one, summon a different one, and then reveal to special summon it. But I guess he didn't have any further Tenpai monsters in hand.
Not quite the case. Yeah, and it doesn't look
convinced.
Yeah, yeah, you can see him shaking his head a little bit.
But I don't know if the plan. Do you think like the plan was? I mean, maybe he wanted to seal the game now, but I mean, like it's not the end of the world.
They're banished.
Yeah, they're banished.
But Tenpai, it doesn't really present any.
I think we might have moved to Memphis 2 actually.
Oh my
wow,
this not
Tortoise putting in some work.
It survived as well. That's
Zero
incredible.
damage. That's absurd. And now the shifter's gone, and we do see a rivalry. I mean, the Tortoise is Aqua, which is also one of the main reasons why we are playing that as a target. Do you like it being activated preventively here?
I can see it. Like, just stop your opponent doing any... I mean, I don't know what your opponent's going to summon that's kind of Aqua. I think going to the battle phase is not quite going to pan out how Eduardo wants, because Tenpai do not have many tricks during the main phase, but during the battle phase it can be quite difficult.
That's a great card, though. Now that Shifter is gone, we have so many good targets in the deck.
No longer the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, unfortunately. Or maybe we play Chu. copies of the Tortoise.
Why stop there, you know?
Yeah. If they cannot out-one, how can they out-chew?
Comes Karma, most often used to search the primeval planet Perlarino. And you can still summon a couple of Tearlament monsters, but I don't know the types of all the monsters from the extra deck.
Yeah, obviously Kikala's not really an option, so have to rely on different strategy. Wow, we're turning Tortoise not even just a 2000.
It's
a
done
threat.
everything. I'm a bit worried here because Niccolo could tribute. No, he could. Couldn't you just send off the Genroku and get a Fadra? Or does Fadra only stop your fire dragons from being destroyed by battle?
He's reading it and considering bouncing.
But a lot of the Tenpai
Zone.
cards
Yeah,
have a lot of like. I think just anything can battle, right?
Yeah, as I was expecting, he bounced his own Genroku, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's just your fires can't be destroyed by battle. Okay.
Yep. Here we see another neat interaction where we just bounce back the Genroku, and we can still special summon it.
Any fun synchro monsters here? Because the Genroku can make itself into a tuner if it's special summoned from the hand. Don't know if there's any exciting L7s to make. But yeah, I'm thinking for Eduardo's side, maybe he wants to fetch out a Perlarino, but I don't know how he can use its effect to destroy the rivalry of the Warlords. That's the only way I can see to get around this rivalry. Niccolo cleverly putting all of his monsters in defense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's trying to find his way now with the thrust being activated. Let's see what he decides to go for, and also change the Karma, which makes sense. So he goes, you know, search directly. Not sure, because like he really has to deal with the rivalry of Warlords, and it's not going to be easy.
I mean, we can also get the grass if we want, right?
Oh, I like this. Look at this. You're right. And the heartbeat can be searched off Karma. That should deal nicely with the rivalry. And then here comes grass, maybe.
I mean,
are you excited, Marcello?
I'm down for it. He has passed through it, but no.
Oh, why terraforming?
No.
Maybe he's already got grass. That's got to be it, right?
I saw it in the deck.
Why? Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I suppose like terraforming is more guaranteed what it will do, but
We don't like guaranteed time.
grass for like, there's a lot of cards banished from Niccolo. This would be
Yeah.
a ton of removal.
Why not, Eduardo? No. But yeah, at least the RPT is a great introduction in the main deck. I guess when you play 60, it's easier to make these kind of calls. And wow, look at the synergy. Okay.
Oh yeah, it sends from the hand to the graveyard, but I think Lurie doesn't really mind how it ends up in the graveyard, unlike an awful lot of cards from back in the day that have to be discarded. Maybe I'm wrong.
Because usually, I'm pretty sure they say discard, because back in the day all the Fabled, but I don't know. Let's see.
Oh yeah, maybe it just didn't come out.
Yeah, it's discarded. Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to remember what the Fables were.
Because I think it's the difference between like the Dark World and the Fabled back in the day. And yeah, this could have been grass, but it's terraforming.
Still an unbelievably powerful card. But
Yeah, I'm wondering whether though maybe this line with the Lurie was in his mind when he added the terraforming, because this could have made a huge difference if he thought he was getting that extra, you know, Life Fiend.
Oh
So-
yeah. Yeah, I am gutted on you with you here. Like that, this is not a grass. Playing around something.
But here comes the Pearl Rhino. We're having a read at it. And no interruption yet. So we still obviously haven't even normaled. So
Still don't need to normal summon. That looks like a Tearlaments Kashtira. Can be special summoned by banishing a Tearlaments card,
Yeah.
which does include Heartbeat.
and I think Avnis is the last card in hand, but this is also a bit confusing to me. Because how is milling 3 better than milling 20. Like, no. And here, you know, you don't get impermanence. But yeah, here we try to follow through. And are we just going into the Fiend Smith combo?
Yeah, here comes
Looks like
Moon.
it.
Yeah, I've got such fun cards in the extra deck. You know, with the Fiend Smith combo, you can make the Pilgrim Reaper, so you can mill 5, which is still not 20, but it's something.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
And that's any 2 monsters. Unfortunately, we have some forbidden fairies that used to mill 5, but you know, we can be creative and find other ways.
Not sure unfortunate is the right word, but
Sure. Unfortunate if you're a Tearlament player.
Exactly.
Tearlament is the deck that just keeps giving, right? All of
Yeah.
its pieces. People find new ways to play the deck. Those get
Absolutely.
Beatrice gets forbidden. Like,
This probably gets the fun award as well, because typically a lot of your games are going to be different when you play like this, but you still find different ways to get there, and yeah, it is definitely fun. But yeah, if this is all we got, I'm not convinced we will get there for next turn. So
you have to believe in the mill 5.
But this is gonna be enough though. Like it really needs like at least.
we are holding 2 cards. We do have the summoning for next turn for Niccolò, so that's kind of annoying to deal with.
I wonder. This is interesting. So there's Havness in hand for Eduardo, but Niccolo doesn't know that. And if Engraver gets summoned, then that presents a possibility of a Wave King Caesar. So it might prompt Niccolo to activate Genroku, which would allow the Havness to come down.
Yeah.
I think you have to like do your best, stare at your opponent. I'm about to summon Caesar now impression. You know, I have 2 level 6s. Do you want to do anything?
Let's see.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
You did it. Ooh,
that's not me.
I think maybe they're just counting up the attack.
Yeah.
Can anything happen now with the just a Havness?
You sure that's the Avness? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the
it's a-
Avness.
oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't think so. So, do you like Nibiru at the moment? I don't think it's super popular in the main deck, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it's one of those cards where the less popular it is, the kind of better it gets because people stop respecting it so
Yeah.
much.
For sure. No, maybe it's not.
Oh, it's the right.
Ah, no, it's not. Oh, the ultimate got me. Okay.
You deceived me. I completely believed you. I couldn't
I'm
see what it
sorry.
was, but you were
I'm
very
sorry.
confident.
Yeah, because from the end you could not tell the rarity, and yeah, it looked like that. Guess that makes sense why he didn't grab it with the Perle Rhino, because I was wondering why that was.
But it's just good. Like now with the sharing, he gets to summon, you know, the Kaleido.
Yeah.
And then nicely here, I guess you can use the Kaleido to pop Nibiru, and maybe the field spell to pop your own Kaleido. Bring it back again. Send a few more send a few more Tearlaments.
That's probably what he's debating about at the moment. Yep. Makes a lot of sense. And I guess... yeah, you do have a few options here, but...
Maybe a Dragos Tapalia if he plays that in the extra deck. Making use of the Princess. Very easy way to get a Dark Fusion. I don't think you can make any Fiend Smith fusions with the Tearlament cards, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you can also try and get... Drop? No, I don't know.
Or you can send Scream,
It's-
maybe, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, but it's close. It depends, because you have full information, right? And like it's not. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. If you guess no, because you cannot use Scream, but I was thinking, how do you lose if you have like Meta Noise or?
Yeah, you send Scream and search,
Yeah.
search
Yeah.
Saryak. And this is really powerful, isn't it? Because you've got
Yeah.
one negation, you
Yeah.
get a pop.
Because like you have full knowledge. If they want to use the summoning, they're left with 0 cards. So any of those beat it. Like even Meta Noise I thought was arguably stronger, but like this works perfectly as well.
This is a really powerful showing from Tearlaments. I mean, imagine getting like shifted, rivalried, and
Yeah.
still just... well, it's all in the tortoise.
All right, Eduardo. I see why you didn't get the grass. Still. I'll give you that one.
Are there any tricks that Sangan summoning offers?
I highly doubt it.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
lie.
so, yeah.
It's like, I guess you can try to reset, but like, yeah, that's probably the best that you can do, because you can get into a synchro right away, maybe. But does he have the? Yeah, I don't think he has the Chandra. Yeah, right.
But
That was banished.
Yeah, so you can get the Kaiman though, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking whether he could access a synchro right away, but yeah.
Yeah, this is looking a bit troubling, right? Because you can search Chandra and then add, and you can do quite a lot in your main phase while your monsters are unaffected. And I think you can start the battle phase with the Ascendant Dragon, which would stop any effects coming down in the battle phase. Only issue being the Kaleido Heart is 3,500.
Yeah. Because if you go and bounce it back, my question is, because it's unaffected, right? But can they still attempt to
What are you thinking when you can try and use the
negate,
Saliak?
and then does it
I don't know, actually.
resolve the first part? Yeah, I guess it's not the greatest regardless, but yeah, could be relevant. If you try to just like Moonlight, I was thinking, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can use it because... But
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise he can't do anything.
Nope. But yeah, I do like this. Very well spot.
Oh no, is this the Ruddy Rose? Oh no, okay. I was,
Yeah, no, I
I
guess-
was scared for a Ruddy Rose as
Oh,
well.
No, because at this point you can just access it afterwards with the Chandra. You can then spin back the Kaleido to the extra deck. So this works perfectly. Very well spot by Nicolò.
This has really been a back and forth game.
Yeah.
Every turn it's changed. So yeah, I don't know if you can try and use the Saliak. I feel like you can't, but maybe that's... Because if you could, it would make a reasonable difference. I feel like...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You get an extra fusion.
I feel actually quite a big difference, because then you could also probably use the Perlenino to destroy the summoning and maybe do some cheeky lines in there, but yeah. This is not happening, so right now...
Yeah, it looks like we're already in the battle phase.
Yeah. We are resolving the Chandra. And... yeah, this is the Moonlight that I was thinking, where we... Ah, he crashed.
Oh, I crushed it.
You can bring it back and then
Yeah.
pop a card. Yeah, this is so much damage.
It's a lot.
Although he's turned it off, though.
That's what I was thinking. Why?
Yeah, you don't want to turn it off yet until it can come straight back.
Couldn't we just attack with the Chandra over the token and use
The
it that way?
token's way too big.
Yeah, no, but I meant just to trigger the effect. If we
Oh,
want,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and not
yeah.
waste their attack and keep it on the field. Like, I thought that was okay, but
Yeah, it feels very risky turning it off.
yeah. Ah, yeah.
Ah, this is really interesting. Like, giving your opponent a chance? I think before 3 attacks happen, you have to start resolving some effects, right? I mean, you could probably stop 3 attacks happening at all.
Yeah, that was... it seems like Nicolò really found a way to make the best of it, but then I think this final decision can really cost him.
Yeah, because if you can get 3 attacks in, then the Biden can come in and it...
The only thing is you can just chain to prevent the resolution, right? And you're fine. Depends which target you use, because,
oh, I see.
you know,
Do you still have to send a card if it doesn't...
no. And, but I don't think he did chain it. So, yeah, this is... yeah, this is just resolving. So... I'm pretty sure it doesn't resolve if you don't have the target anymore. But apparently not. Nicolò let it resolve. So now we are
Maybe it was in response to an effect, but it doesn't matter because you can use both of
Yeah,
them
exactly.
in the same change.
Yeah, bit of an unfortunate sequencing maybe. And now Eduardo is back in it. As you have mentioned, I think we have only declared one attack up until now. So I think this is plenty, because right? I'm pretty sure it was just one attack
Oh, but it must have been only one, right?
from the Transcendent. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to see who chose to go first, or who Nicolo chose to go first.
I see a lot of spells from Eduardo, which is usually a good sign. Although that tortoise was the real MVP, let's talk about that. Yeah. Oh no!
Okay.
So actually Nicola goes first. Wow.
All right.
Always feels like a bit of a gamble with Tenpai going first, because there are some extremely powerful cards like Heatwave or Gravity Collapse or anything like that, but if you don't draw them, it feels very weak.
Yeah.
No,
Especially
yeah.
against a deck like Tearlaments, which is like... I mean, it's one of those few decks that going second can actually break fields just without, you know, seeing any non-engines. But apparently Nicolo's convinced that's the way to do it. And
He's also got those dimensional barriers we can see popping up there. Very popular side deck card this weekend. Tearlament is a fusion deck, but I don't think it's as hurt by dimensional barrier as other sort of traditional fusion decks.
so yeah, we're gonna go for a full setup. Unfortunately, I see an Ash Blossom from Nicola. Unfortunately, because we all know what spell I want to resolve this match. But yeah, maybe he gets baited into activating it. But yeah, this is the good old combo, if we can call it that, from Tenpai, it looks. But no, we have a change of mind. Yeah, seems like he was going for... Usually you go Bident into then the Erratic Seal. There are arguments for this, but yeah, I do think it's usually correct.
Guess if you have two Bident, then why not? Use the first one now. Oh, is this a Gravity
Oh.
Collapse? This must be, right?
I mean, I
Because
think
Gravity
so. Yeah.
Collapse requires you to send a Synchro monster.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. Otherwise, I don't really see why, you know. But let's see. There's the Super Poly being
Oh,
activated by
no.
Eduardo.
This is the biggest punish possible. Yeah, you can see. Garura making an appearance,
That's
and this is
amazing.
huge. This could be it, because as you have mentioned, if that is a Gravity Collapse, it's a scary card. And I would... It's not even that popular, is it? Like, maybe... Well, it's getting up there, but like Heatwave usually is the preferred choice. But I guess Eduardo really putting that super polymerization to work, and this hand is absurd.
You've got to think he had absolutely no idea he was playing around.
You know,
that
that's
there.
what I was saying.
It's not even a card like I knew existed before I
You
saw
know?
it on Nicola's deck
That's what I'm
list.
saying. But Eduardo played it around that perfectly. On purpose, of course. Yeah. We gotta ask him that. What would you think that says down was?
You could give him 1,000 guesses.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You could tell him it's a counter, I think. And yeah, we do see the Ash on the track, but I think we have the Pearl Rhino. I don't know. I see a lot of spells. It seems like an incredible end for sure.
Also, the Foldage work good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, very good hand from Eduardo.
One Ash, not going to cut it.
Yeah, because also I'm not sure he has any other interruption at the moment. So yes, I wanted to see our good old friend once again.
Well, you need the Tortoise at this point, right? Because that gets you into Moon of the Closed Heaven.
There it is. Won in game one. Absolutely.
The most important card of the deck.
It really was, by the way. And now, yeah, we are getting it once more here in game two. And yeah, I feel like it has gotten significantly better, because as mentioned, you can just make close move with it.
Here comes the Horus field spell, Walls of the Imperial Tomb. It's like an extra version of King's Sarcophagus, more or less.
Yeah, we haven't seen this part of his deck in game 1, but makes a lot of sense. So much synergy. It usually gets you into a lot of interesting extra deck option. And
here comes the all-important Emerald Tortoise.
And there is the sarcophagus.
Grass off the top.
Not quite. I think it was a trap card.
In case anyone's confused, that Walls of the Imperial Tomb does actually count as a King's Sarcophagus. Eduardo probably just pointing that out there.
And now we use it, and we actually throw a pretty sick card to discard.
Perfect card to discard.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to mill, even without that grass looks greener, because 2 level 8s can make everyone's favorite zombie vampire, which is seeing quite a lot of play in the moment, thanks to the Fire King deck. So I quite like the Tearlament deck asserting itself as the best home for zombie vampire.
Absolutely.
Let's see if now Eduardo can seal the game, because I think he's just making some maths just to understand if this will be the case or not.
I'm pretty sure he also has that Nibiru from last game in mind, but
He's still got to give the crowd what they want to see. You know?
yeah, absolutely. But I think technically this is still the 4th summon, right?
Assuming he's going to summon something off the zombie vampire there. Does he have a fire dragon to summon?
By the way, Eduardo's had it in this pocket of wood.
He did, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I think he just hit a scream.
Yeah, he did. And he's going to get the mana noise just in case anything weird happens, because obviously, as you have mentioned, he's still going to play around that face down, because we don't expect him to actually know what that was. And
I mean, it's not impermanence, it's not droplet. So
maybe, like there is a world in which you don't really use it on the vampire, I think. So
This is already nearly 8,000.
Yeah.
This would be over 8,000 now, because the Garura does double damage.
yeah, because we also can go Rhino, and yeah, this is a lot.
But I guess maybe you'd be thinking Sangan Kaiman is a possibility, so I guess you want to play around that a little bit.
Yeah. But no, there is no response at all from Nicolas. There comes the Avnis, but there is one last glimmer of hope in the Magnum.
This deal's, I feel, falling out of favor a bit at the moment, but still powerful enough to be included in the Tenpai deck, especially the Magnum, since it gives you the chance to search any of your Tenpai monsters during the end phase.
Yeah. So, to recap, I think Eduardo is holding the Meta Noise and Scream, and that's it, yeah. So,
Are there any nice targets for something like a Dark Charmer? Because this is not 8,000.
yeah.
But in order to trigger the effect of Scream, you just need to have a monster summoned whilst...
Because SP doesn't cut it, right?
Yeah, you're never ending the game with an SP. Oh,
yeah,
Moon.
You can throw a card.
He's still got all his Fiend Smith fun
Yeah.
to be had. And very powerful with the Tearlaments deck, because Sequence doesn't have to just summon a Fiend Smith fusion monster. You can summon a Tearlament fusion monster.
There comes the Graver.
I love the way any cool new engine comes up and
Yeah,
Tearlaments deck just scoops it up and says, "Yep, I can include you."
absolutely.
I have a lot of fun with that.
And the deck looks
The
very consistent as well, I think. You know.
Is he gonna mill? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, the only limit is the extra deck really for Tearlaments, because it seems like you can do a lot, but pretty sure even 20 would feel too small for it. But
Tearlaments do have such good sort of recycling with the fusion monsters being shuffled, or cards being shuffled back with the Tearlaments cards, and now the Fiend Smith cards. It feels like you get quite a lot of, you know, you can make do with a smaller extra deck than you might in other decks where they kind of link through everything really quickly and run out of cards. I'm wondering, he didn't use the Requiem there, so maybe he has sided out an extra copy of Engraver or something like that.
yep, gonna destroy the Magnamoth. A bit of a confusion there between the players, but Fenrir was the pickup off the top. Not really gonna help here, but
Did he not use sequence
wow,
yet?
no, yeah, he didn't. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Reinhardt's going on a
Slow
journey.
down. Also, Rhino was to the spell and trap for a moment, but
Ooh, there's
wow,
a sprint.
Okay, to Merlin.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there really no way to summon something with sequence?
that seems a little odd to me, but
Maybe he didn't have the right requirements.
there comes the tortoise once again, putting in that work.
It's gone on a journey. This is less damage than we started with, I feel like. But
And now we find out, no, we're not. Nope.
he's never gonna know.
We know.
He's never gonna know how close he was
No.
to being hit with the gravity collapse. Can this just equip itself to any? Oh yeah, you can. Okay,
Yep.
equip itself to the engraver. How much damage is this now? Because the princess gains 500. And the Collider Heart gains 500, and then the Sprint. So I think that should be like 7,400.
Yeah, I think almost there. Yeah.
I'm wondering what kind of card the Niccolo could be hoping to draw to get out of this spot. He knows there's a meta noise face down.
Yeah. Seems like mission impossible.
Here comes Elemental Hero Bubble Man.
Into
Feather Duster. Oh, he's still got the Magnamoth though,
Yeah.
which could make a lot of difference actually.
Couldn't forget Genroku right away, right? Yeah.
And out comes Genroku. You can start the turn with a couple of monsters in play. This might actually be much more doable than it looked like a second ago.
Yes, no. Because the difference maker, no, it's definitely a lot better. But the summoning, as we saw last game, makes a ton of a difference, of course. And with it being gone, it's a bit tougher. But
The one card I'd be terrified of if I was in Eduardo's shoes is the Ruddy Rose Dragon. It's a level 10 synchro, and when it's synchro summoned, it banishes all monsters from both players' graveyard. In fact, all cards from both players' graveyard, so quite a lot of stuff.
yeah. Even that Black Road Dragon wouldn't be that bad at the moment if you can actually use it. Oof.
Was that shift there?
Might have been. Yeah, I think so. Damn. Unfortunate pickup, but let's see. Nicolò showed us that he really knows how to fight back into what seems like a very complicated field from his opponent. So let's see if he can find the line once again.
I feel like you have almost no choice but Chandra there. These mills off of screen could be make or break.
Yep.
There we go.
3v. Oh no!
Oh no!
That's not the way I wanted that card to be on the field, but we'll take it.
Well, the tortoise could make another appearance thanks to the Rainbow Bridge. Or is Rainbow Bridge once per duel? To add,
maybe.
or am I making that up?
Just check.
I
Hold up.
wouldn't think so, but
It's a very powerful effect.
Once per duel.
Yeah, it's only once per duel.
Correct, Tom. Yeah.
I got confused because one time I thought Trivikama was once per duel.
yeah.
And I was like, did I just make that up? No, but it's just the Rainbow Bridge that's once per duel.
Okay. And yeah, this is brutal because it's a Book of Muin, kind of like 2.0 version, because then you get to actually combo with your Tearlaments. And yeah, this represents two forms of interaction, so I really don't see anymore a way that Nicolò can stay in this.
No, you're right. The fusion, the send off Kaleido Heart.
Yeah. And yeah, as you can see, it's gonna be able to activate Kaleido, then make a fusion, and with the field spell, finally destroy the Phaedra, leaving Nicolò only with this shifter that was picked up a turn too late. And yeah, you can see Nicolò looking at his shifter, looking at the field, and he knows what's up. And shake.